what's up? Today is actually Friday, right before the Biannual Bibliothon, the 13th for me. It's 3:45, but I'm going to cheat and start reading a little bit early because tomorrow I'm going to a wedding, which means that I have like 6 hours unable to read, and people have officially started the Biannual Bibliothon at this point, so I am going to get ready to go to the rehearsal dinner right now, and I'm going to start listening to the audiobook of the week, which is An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir, which is going to cover my try a chapter and something else that I don't remember. Try a chapter and read something from someone else's TBR. So I am reading from Haley and Bookland's TBR, An Ember in the Ashes. Cassie, why do you need so many brushes? Well, the answer is that I'm too lazy to clean them, so I just buy more half the time. So I now have makeup on and my hair is done. I still need to put lipstick on. Picked out jewelry. And now I'm just waiting for Matt to come get me for the dinner part of the rehearsal. I didn't make it clear, I'm not in the wedding, but Matt is in the wedding, so he had to go to the rehearsal, and obviously we have to go to the wedding tomorrow. And so I'm going to the dinner part of the rehearsal because all of the, plus ones were invited, but I didn't really want to sit and just watch them rehearse the wedding that I'm going to go see tomorrow in real time and with all the pretty parts. So I decided to skip that part. So Matt is going to come pick me up in a bit while doing my makeup, and I cleaned my makeup brushes afterwards. While doing that, I read about 5% or listened to about 5% of An Ember in the Ashes. And then now I'm just sitting down until Matt comes in and gets me, and I'm reading The Wicked Deep, which is the group book for the week. And yeah, I feel a little bit weird that I'm starting early, but I keep telling myself, I don't feel bad about it because for 6 hours tomorrow I'm going to be at a wedding, so I won't be able to read. And so it's only fair that I get 6 hours today. And I'm just trying to pretend that I'm fine with that, even though I'm actually really annoyed with myself that I'm cheating, but I'm just too good of a girl to be doing the cheating. But also, I really wanted to start a book, and I finished the book I was reading yesterday, so I didn't have a book to like read while waiting, and I didn't want to start a new one just to have to stop 30 pages in or whatever, so I figure I'll start now here. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for now, and then Matt will come pick me up. We're gonna go to dinner. We're probably gonna go out tonight too and like party a little bit, and then we have to get up in the morning to go to breakfast with my grandma before going to... Matt has to be at the wedding at like 10 or 11, but the wedding doesn't actually start until 2:30, so I'm either gonna drop him off or he's gonna take himself, and then I will be there around 1:30, 1:45, a normal time frame for weddings. Yeah, so I'm excited. It's my first wedding as an adult, and my first wedding that I've been to as a guest, not in the wedding party as a bridesmaid or a flower girl, like in family stuff. But yeah, I've never been 21 or over either as at a wedding. I don't think I've even ever been 18 at a wedding, so it's gonna be a different experience. But now I'm gonna read. Good morning, or actually it's good afternoon, but today is day 2 of the Biannual Bibliothon. I did not vlog at all yesterday because I spent my time at a wedding. Here's a cute photo of me and Matt. I'm obsessed with him. Matt was a groomsman in the wedding, so that's why he looks so snazzy. So today I am sitting here. I'm at my grandma's house. We're leaving today, but not until later. And I have been reading The Wicked Deep. I'm currently on page 120. So I ran some sprints earlier today while sitting here. And now I think Emma's hosting some, but I'm going to go ahead and follow with those sprints, and I'm hoping to finish this today. We have a 4-hour drive later tonight, but we'll probably leave when it's starting to get dark, so I'm planning on listening to An Ember in the Ashes either while I drive or while Matt drives, and I'm hoping that Matt will drive because I hate driving. Don't know whose phone that is because I'm by myself in the house, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm drinking some coffee. I'm almost done with it, but it's cold. But I actually like cold coffee. Do you guys like cold coffee, or do you like spend time reheating your coffee if you don't drink it fast enough? Or do you just drink your coffee really fast? Because I do not. I know that today we also are going to go to hang out with Matt's side of the family a little bit, so I don't know how much reading I'll get done, but I really want to finish this today. I'm less than halfway through, but I feel like I can do it. And then that'll be right on cue because I have 4 books planned. Today's day 2, so that's like perfect timing to keep up with my reading. Tomorrow I'm going to be really busy. I work tomorrow and I have a job interview. I'm real nervous about that, but we'll see how that goes. And then I'm planning on reading obviously after that. But good morning! It's day 3 of the Biannual Bibliothon! Hooray! I have work today, so I'm on my way to the hearing offices where I work. I also have a job interview today at 4 o'clock, so I'm wearing this like it's a wrap dress, so like it's kind of flowy at the bottom, and then I have little black like 2-inch heels on that are wedges and a pearl necklace, and I'm really nervous. And this job interview, if it goes well and I get this, it'll mean I have a full-time job with benefits. So today is going to be very busy. I work until around 2. The job interview is at 4. And then I want to go to the gym after that, or I'll work out from home. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. It depends on if I'm feeling like doing yoga, or if I'm feeling like going to the gym and running and stuff like that. I'm going to turn on the audiobook that I'm listening to for the week, which is An Ember in the Ashes. I'm already 50% done with it, guys. So I finished The Wicked Deep yesterday. Oh, I forgot to mention that. Finished The Wicked Deep yesterday. I gave it, initially when I finished it, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. And then after discussing it more with the Bibliothon crew who has finished it, I brought it down to a 4, and I still really, really loved it. There was some writing things that I think brought it down. Like the actual setting and plot and everything was so whimsical and magical, and I absolutely loved everything about it. But there were some writing things which just, I mean, it's a debut novel, and no one's gonna get it perfect the first time they do anything. So there were some writing things that I was like, this could have been better done. So yeah, gave it a 4 out of 5 stars though. I absolutely loved it. I'm so excited to talk about it on Saturday too, because some of our Bibliothon crew is not loving it at all. Some of them are loving it like me, so I'm excited to see you know, the conversation that ensues from that. So I finished my first book of the Bibliothon. I'm halfway through my second, which is the audiobook, An Ember in the Ashes. And I also am starting When Dimple Met Rishi today, which will be my physical book that's in my bag here. I haven't started it yet, so my bookmark is not correct. But I did technically read like the first 2 pages last night, and then I fell asleep. But I love that it's so orange without the cover. It's so pretty. And it looks nice with the blue bookmark. Yeah, so I'm going to be reading that today. So excited about it. I'm so tired. So last night, Matt and I drove from where my grandma lives in Central California back down to where we live in Southern California. And it's about a 4-hour drive. And we left at a decent hour. We got home at like 9:50, and usually I go to bed at 10 for work days. So we got home, and our cats, who have been home alone for the 4 days, were so excited to see us, and they were meowing and all this stuff. So we hung out for a little bit, like 20 minutes with them, to give them some love and say hi and whatever. And then we kick our cats out of the room at night because they play in the middle of the night, and it irritates the shit out of me. And also mad. So we kicked them out at night. So we kicked them out. We go to bed at like 10:30. And at 1 a.m., Hedwig starts yowling at the door, which, you know, is a normal thing for cats to do in general when you kick them out of the room and they know you're in there. But my cats don't do that. They have been trained well to know that they do not get to come sleep with us. And they never do that. And he was yowling for like 20 minutes. I was hoping he would stop. Finally, I let him in, and then it took them like an hour before they finally settled into where they wanted to sleep, which was fine, except that I was fucking tired. So now I finally go to sleep at like 2 a.m. and then at like 4:30 in the morning, they're playing and like fighting with each other on the bed, and like Padfoot found one of his like mouse toys, and so he kept bringing it up and then knocking it off the bed and then coming back up and jumping on the bed, and I was going to fucking murder them! I'm so tired. And also, like, I think I had a feeling that this was true because I kept getting anxiety during the time after letting the cats in, thinking that someone was in the house. And like, no one was in the house. Nothing was wrong, but I kept having this feeling that like someone was in the house, something was happening, all this stuff. Well, then this morning I go to leave. Our door was unlocked all the way. What the fuck? That's what happens when we come home. We're so tired. So we left our door unlocked all night long, and I feel like I probably, because I usually check the door, and I didn't check it last night, obviously. So I have a feeling that my anxiety was coming from the fact that I knew I hadn't checked the door. Not that I knew it was unlocked, though. That just was a happy coincidence. So, yeah. Had an unlocked door all night, and also very tired because cats. And my cats are great. They do so well sleeping, being in the house by themselves. 4 days is about how long we can leave. We left on Thursday night, and then we came back on Sunday, and that's like about the limit that we can leave them alone, because otherwise it becomes a pigsty. Like the litter box stinks. The litter box stinks today, like last night. So that was like immediately needed to be done. And they were like, I don't understand. I gave them enough food for the whole set of days, like the same amount of food I always give them, and it was all gone. And I gave them like an extra scoop each last night, and it was gone this morning. And normally they are like, they always have food left over in their bowls from that same amount of food, so that was weird. Favorite package just arrived. So excited. Okay, this month, if book of the month, I got 2 books. So as always, they came in the box I found on the floor because I'm a mess, and they come wrapped up. There's 2 bookmarks. My first bookmark that always says book of the month on one side says, wherever I am, if I've got a book with me, I have a place I can go and be happy. J.K. Rowling. Yes. And then my other bookmark, did I have another bookmark or did I make that up? Maybe I made it up. So I have The Girl from Blind River by Gail Massey, and this is a thriller, a gritty tale of how far we'll go to protect the ones we love from a talented new great name in crime fiction. So this is a book about a crime family, like people who either run drugs or they're like gamblers. I'm not exactly sure what they do, but one of the family members is in some trouble. I'm excited. And then the other book I got was The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager, and this is a thriller, in the latest thriller from the best-selling author of Final Girls. A young woman returns to her childhood summer camp to uncover the truth about a tragedy that happened there 15 years ago. So excited. I actually got this on NetGalley, and I'm behind, and I didn't read it. So these are the 2 books that I got from Book of the Month this month. I'm so excited. If you don't know what Book of the Month is, you pay $14.99 a month, and then you get a book credit. They give you 5 books a month to choose from, and you get to pick which one they want, and it always comes with a bookmark as well. Then if you want to add another book, up to 2 more books, they're $10.99 each. And everybody who signs up gets a code that I also have, which is linked down below. It's not an affiliate link, it's just the a code for everyone, that everyone gets one. And so if you sign up using my code, then you get 1 free book credit along with your first month. So you pay the $14.99 and then you can get 2 books basically. And then I also get a free book credit. So that's exciting. And if you get a month and you don't like the books that they've picked out that month, then you can always skip the month, and then the following month you won't pay, and the book credit will roll over that you didn't use that month. Oh, hi, Padfoot. Hi, baby. You're all just eyes. Eyes and ears. Huh. Yes. He's trying to steal my food that I don't have anymore because I ate it all. Bitter. He's so cute. He's so cute. My little kitten. And I have another one somewhere too, but I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, if you want to sign up with Book of the Month using my code, then you should do that because it gets me a free book, it gets you a free book, everyone gets a free book, and it's amazing, and I enjoy that. So for now, I'm gonna get off of this. I have a job interview it's 2:20 and I have a job interview at 4, so like an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes. I'm so nervous. So for now, I'm going to actually watch some Desperate Housewives because I like cannot focus on a book right now. But I did start When Dimple Met Rishi. I'm only like 8 pages in, and then I did listen to some of Ember in the Ashes on my way to and from work today. So my stomach hurts. I'm so nervous for the job interview. Ah! Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I am heading to work right now. Just pulling out of my parking spot. So yesterday, just an update on the job interview. It did not go at all, really. Basically, like, the manager who I spoke to was interested in having me interview for a manager position, but the hire manager, like the head of the store, already had 2 people in mind for that position, and so he didn't even want to interview me, or she, I don't know. I actually think it was a man, but I don't know. And so then the manager that I'd spoken to was trying to get me to take like a part-time bookseller position or a part-time barista position or like just a part-time job, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, if I take this job because I do like this company and I want to work around books, I'm gonna end up quitting in 2 months or something because I am really more interested in having a 9-to-5 Monday through Friday job. I'm more interested in my substitute teaching job that pays me significantly more than what you're offering, and so I'm going to end up quitting if I take this. So I don't want to waste your time, and you don't want me to waste your time, so I'm going to say no to that. And so it was I would have gotten hired if I had said yes, but not for the full-time benefits everything position that I was anticipating. So I didn't take it, part-time job. So for now, I'll stick with my 40 million jobs that I have and I'll just keep going with how I'm doing. And as far as reading goes, I read like 175 pages of When Dimple Met Rishi, and I realized that I was saying his name wrong because Dimple makes fun of, in her head, one of the girls at the dinner in a scene of the book, and she says it Rishi, and so she's making fun of her, and I was like, well, dang it, I'm saying it wrong, how do I say it? So I think that it's pronounced Rishi, so When Dimple Met Rishi, and Rishi is so cute, and I love him, and my little heart is so worried that Dimple's gonna hurt it, but also, I mean, I think that she's not gonna hurt it. I think it's gonna be great. I think I'm liking that book. I am. 175 pages into that. I'm about 50% done with Ember in the Ashes, which is the book I'm listening to on audio. So I'm going to turn that on once I get off of this with you. I'm hoping to finish When Dimple Met Rishi today, if I can. But I work right now 8 to probably around 2:30 or 3. And then I want to go to a 4:30 yoga class. So I have a lot of shit. A lot of time is being taken up by stuff I want to do today. Or stuff I need to do today, called work, I don't know. So we'll see, but in an ideal world, I would love to finish When Dimple Met Rishi today. Today was my favorite video of the week that just went up. I did the Hamilton lip sync featuring 5 Angry Badasses, and so I had Emma from Emma Books as Isabel Lightwood, Christina from Christina's Journey as Katniss. I had Jessie from Jessie Elise as Clary, and I had Momo from the BookTube Girl as Hermione, and then I was Tris Pryor, and we sang to First Burn, which is a Burn remix from Hamilton, and I'm so proud of that video. I'm so happy with it. It's already getting lots of love, and it's only 7, so I'm really loving that, and thank you guys for watching it and loving it, and I'm so proud of it. And then tomorrow is my host day, so yeah, got some reading to do. I'm excited. Let's go! Okay, it's Wednesday. My car decided to play music instead of recording like I asked it to. Yes, it's Wednesday. It's my host day. And I am not going to work today, hence the lazy hair and the tank top, because this is not work appropriate for my work. I am heading to the library really quick to drop some stuff off that's due, and then I'm going out to Bailey's again. This was planned. And we're gonna hang out, and then she has work at like 3:30, so after that I will be heading home and I'll be able to run sprints and stuff in the afternoon, but unless she needs me to babysit. I'm not sure if I need to be babysitting, but I don't know. But if I don't need to babysit, then I will be able to go home around 3 and sprint for you guys, and then if I need to babysit, I'll be off. Somebody will be home between 6 and 6:30, and then I'll be able to sprint in the evening. Wow, that was a big bump. Sorry. So right now, like I said, heading to the library. Bailey lives about 30 minutes away, so I'm going to listen to An Ember in the Ashes. I'm like 65-ish, 60 or 65% done with that book, so I'm getting really close to finishing it, and that'll be book 3. I finished When Dimple Met Rishi last night. When Dimple Met Rishi last night. And I realized that I was saying it wrong, and I keep accidentally saying it wrong. But yeah, I finished that book last night. It was a 5 out of 5 stars. Oh my god, it was so cute. The climax is so close to the end that I was like, there is not enough time in this book to fix what needs to be fixed, but they did it. And Sonia Menon wrote a really great book, just very cute and fluffy and light, and along with all of the Indian culture and everything, and it was just so good. It's not my typical book. Like, I definitely had things where I rolled my eyes a little bit at, because the characters are like 18-ish. They're like 17 or 18, about to start college, and they fall in love, and like it's like, oh, we're gonna be together forever, and I'm like, probably not. Although, who knows, with different cultural values and stuff, maybe they will be, and who knows how, like, I only can speak from my own perception of the reality of the world, so, you know, it's different for everyone, but that's the only reason why I was just a little bit like, okay, but it was still so cute, and I was rooting for Dimple and Rishi the entire time, and they're just so adorable. And I also just like loved their relationship. Like, I loved how they acted around each other. It reminded me a lot of me and Matt to some things. Like the fact that he would make fun of her and she would like nudge and punch him in the ribs and stuff. Now, reading Ember in the Ashes, and then I'm going to be starting When Katie Met Cassidy. And I realized that I picked 2 books that have very similar titles. When Dimple Met Rishi, When Katie Met Cassidy. Apparently I was into this type of book recently, so I am going to pick that up next, and it's pretty small. I don't know how many pages it is, but it was, when I got it from Book of the Month, I was expecting it to be thicker than it is, but I'm glad that it's not too thick. So I think that I have enough time to finish my entire TBR. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I have 2 days to read this physically, and I have 2 more days to read half of An Ember in the Ashes, and less than half, and I think I can do it. I think it's gonna happen. So if I finish that, then I'm going to pick up Undead Girl Gang for my physical book, and if I finish An Ember in the Ashes, I'm gonna go back to listening to Game of Thrones, A Dance with Dragons, because I'm only like 15% done with that, and I want to get back to that. So that's my plan for audio and physical if I finish these 2, and I really think that I have a chance of doing that. I don't know if I'll finish a book today, but I think I will finish at least one of them by tomorrow, and so then I'll have Friday still. Although tomorrow is really busy, but we'll get to that later. So yeah, going to the library, gonna go to Bailey's, gonna hang out with little Amelia, Bailey's daughter, and I'm excited. Loch Ness Monster face. I wanted to update you while I have on this face mask, which I love this face mask. I should go get it for you so that you know, excuse me, so that you know what it is, but it's really great. I really love it, and it's a huge thing from Target. It was like only $20 or something, and it's so much. It's lasted for so long, but anyway, not the point. The point is that I'm like 75% done with An Ember in the Ashes. I listened to a lot of it on my drives today, and then I'm about almost halfway done with When Katie Met Cassidy. So those 2 books are the last 2 books on my TBR. So if I finish these 2, I'm probably going to pick up either Undead Girl Gang, like I said earlier, or I'm going to pick up Labyrinth Lost, which is really what I should do because I have a NetGalley ARC copy of Brujaborn, which is the sequel of Labyrinth Lost, that I really need to review, and I haven't yet because I haven't read the first one yet, and it's already out. It came out at the beginning of June, so I should really do that. But we will see what happens when it happens. So I'm really loving this, and I'm gonna pick it back up. It's 8:05 now, so I'm gonna read a little bit more of this, and then I will eventually be heading to bed. And that's it for day 5, my host day. I got to host some live sprints on Instagram, which I really loved. It's my new favorite thing. So if you guys follow me on Instagram and you guys want me to do live sprints like in general for fun times during just general months, maybe doing sprints when I'm reading my book of the month for Sassy Book Club, I don't know, like, I just really liked it, and so I want to do more of them. So you guys let me know how you would like me to do live sprints on my Instagram, or if you think that's a dumb idea, I guess, too. That would be honest. Honesty is the best policy. So with that, I bid you good night for now, and I'll see you in the next clip. Good morning! Another day in the life of MissSassyKassie. Ew, that was gross. I didn't like it at all. Today is day 6 of the Biannual Bibliothon. I had so much fun hosting yesterday. I did watch some of the entries for my host day, but not all of them. I have lots to watch still. But today I am off to work right now, but it should be a short day because I only have 5 cases. So hopefully I'll get off kind of early and I'll be able to read in between the time off work and then going to a comedy show that I'm going to tonight. If you guys have ever heard of Sorry About Last Night or Guys We Fucked, that'd be them. So it's these 2 comedians, Corinne and Christina, and they are from New York, and they have a podcast too called Guys We Fucked. And originally the podcast was all about, what do you think, guys they had had sex with and one of them. And so they would bring those guys on and interview them about the time that they had sex or the times. And then it turned into more of like a sex positivity podcast as they started running out of dudes, which is fine. I love their podcast, and I've seen them once live before, and their show is really cool. So I'm going to read An Ember in the Ashes, listen to it on my way to work once I get off of here. I'm going to listen to it also on my way home, and then hopefully, like I said, I'll be able to pick up a physical book in between work and going and getting ready for the the comedy show. Although I will be listening to An Ember in the Ashes while I get ready to. And then if I finish it, because I'm already 80% done with it, if I finish it, then I'm going to start back up on A Dance with Dragons, because I did want to try to finish that before the end of the month, but I doubt it because I'm only like 16% through and it's really long. And then the physical book that I'm picking up, since my TBR is over with, other than An Ember in the Ashes, I'm going to be picking up Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova. So I have that in my bag, and if I have time to read at work, I'll pick it up as well. But we shall see. I finished When Dimple Met Cassie last night. It was so cute. Also, I'm like laughing at myself for reading two books called When Dimple Met Rishi and When Katie Met Cassie. And the format of these two books were very similar. Like, the couple gets together pretty early, and then there's a big fight that has to be resolved later. And I mean, obviously very different contexts, because When Dimple Met Rishi is a young adult novel and it's a lot about Indian culture, whereas When Dimple Met Cassie was an adult novel and it's a female-female romance, and it's about, you know, coming to terms with what even is your identity when you don't know yet. And it was so good. It was a 5 out of 5 stars. I loved everything about it. I loved getting to know more of, like, it was really interesting to have one character, Cassidy, who is in the LGBTQIA plus realm. She hangs out with LGBTQIA plus people. She goes to gay bars all the time and all this stuff, and that's like, that is the experience that I know from living in the city that I live. And it's not often portrayed that way. It's often portrayed as like one gay or lesbian or whatever character in a group of straight friends, and that's just like not how it works when you're in a big city, and this book is set in New York. So I loved that they kept that really, you know, true to form. What the heck, Nissan? Dude, some people are stupid when they drive. Yeah, so I really loved that. And then Katie's character is like uptight, and she just got broken up with by her fiance, and she doesn't know like what she's doing in life, and she's never had a crush on a girl before, and she has a crush, and she doesn't know what to do about that, and she's like scared, and she's also from a small town in like Kentucky or something, and so she's dealing with like the values that she knows her parents has, and like where do her parents' values end and her own begin, and stuff like that. And it was just such a good read, and I think it's because it was an adult book. Not to say that young adult books can't do things, but like for me personally, it was like something that I had never read before, because I don't read a lot of adult, and so it just makes me want to read more adult books, basically. And it was so good. And so now I'm going to get off of here because I've been babbling for a long time. But read When Katie Met Cassie, okay? Read it. Also, the names were very confusing for me, because my name is Cassie and people call me Katie a lot because Cassie's a weird name, and Cassidy is very close to Cassie, and so I kept fucking up the names the entire time. And that's the only complaint that I have, is why did you name the two characters such similar names? I don't like it at all. I wish that it had been like Katie and Melissa or something like that, so that it would have been easier to know who was who. Oh, I also really liked that Cassidy is not like, she like is maybe a little bit gender fluid. It's not identified like that, although there is one point where she says something like, it doesn't bother me when people call me sir, because that feels just as right as she or her, and or something along those lines. I'm butchering the quote, but I also really like that it had that rep in it too. And so anyway, getting off this now, bye. Hello, welcome to the last day of, well, the last clip of this vlog. It's actually Sunday after the Biannual Bibliothon is over, because I did not vlog this weekend really at all, but I wanted to give you guys an update. I finished all of my books for the Biannual Bibliothon that were on my TBR on Friday, the last day of the Bibliothon. So I read An Ember in the Ashes by Sabad Here. I read When Dimple Met Rishi by Sanya Menon. I read When Katie Met Cassidy by, I don't remember the author's name, and I read, what was my last one? Oh, The Wicked Deep by Shea Earnshaw. Duh. The Bibliothon group book live show is actually going to be next Saturday, the 28th, at 10:30 a.m. PST / 1:30 p.m. EST. So you didn't miss it. This vlog is going up before that happens, so if you want to join us on Saturday, make sure that you go check us out over on the Bibliothon channel. I don't have any of the like pages that I read or anything like that, but I read 4 books this week. I'm really proud of myself. And yeah, I had a great time reading this week. I had a great time hosting, as always. I took last round off, if you didn't know, and so I'm really glad that I got to come back and that I just like loved coming back. I think this is one of my favorite Bibliothons that I've ever hosted. I had a great reading week. The challenges were amazing, and I'm so excited to keep watching the ones for my day. I think that we're going to try to have the winners announced within 2 weeks of the end of the Bibliothon, so it is a little bit ways out, so you guys won't be getting the answer to your question about who won just quite yet, but we're really excited to be watching them. The Bibliothon just keeps growing and growing, and so watching all of the videos in order to pick a winner gets harder and harder every year, or every round, which, I mean, we're happy about because we have people watching and participating, which is awesome, but it does make it mean that we have to take a little bit more time. And our schedules also, I feel like, are getting crazier and crazier as time goes on because we're all becoming more and more adult, and so we are, you know, getting careers and working full time and like all this crazy shit that we didn't used to do when we first started this. When we first started this, most of us were not working full time and we're students or, you know, stuff like that. So it gets different every time we do this, and it's really fun, but you know, we're learning how to work as hosts as we get older and as our lives change, and so that's all that's happening. And I don't know why this turned into a rant like that. It's really not a negative thing. It's all good things, but it is stressful. So I'm so excited to be watching all of these vlogs. I have only watched a few actually, but yeah, and I'm so proud of my reading week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I normally post every Wednesdays and Saturdays, so I will see you guys very soon with a new video. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. I wish